Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. Um, it's late on a Sunday evening as I'm taping this, and the only reason I'm doing it is because for some reason my computer is acting up and I can't write my weekly column. So, we can't have any moments of idleness, so let's do this instead. Anyway, I have a number of thrifted items to show you. It won't all happen in one video. Maybe I'll just start with some of the container type things. Well, you'll see this in a second. Okay, I love seagrass baskets. And like, to me, they're resilient and attractive and relatively strong. So when I see them, I pick them up because I think the price of baskets and other storage containers is really kind of crazy. I haven't washed this thing out yet or wiped it down. What does it say on there? Made in Thailand. But I thought this was good because it's see-through and it has 2 compartments. And then this, I'm reliving my childhood with this fancy dancy little pink handle. Geez, I have these lights set up and I'm practically being blinded by it. Anyway, again, similar scenario. Really expensive to pay full retail for any kind of plastic, acrylic, storage stuff. Now, if I wanted to, I'm sure I could pull this out and be like all grown up. And in fact, let's see if I can break this on camera. Let's get this out of the way. It's just pushed in there. Maybe you're supposed to pinch that with pliers or something. Okay, I won't do that in front of you, but this just gets in the way, to be honest. Okay. I picked this up, not that this is a great color or anything, but it is 3M tape. It says exterior surface, weatherproof painter's tape, very strong adhesive, remove within 10 days, test before use, blah, blah, blah. So I thought that this might be good for reinforcing spines. And as long as a person covers it with, either fabric or paper, then it doesn't matter that it's so bright. Well, let's just go in order here. I keep picking up crochet thread as though I knew how to crochet. Not for lack of effort on Jonna's part, but really I got out of the habit of practicing, and I think, it's one of those things. You use it or lose it. So I have to start doing that again. Oh, and I should apologize for these hands. This is the day after Caroline Jensen, Caroline's Craft Tree, and I did a live on small space fabric dyeing. And even though I wore gloves, we both wore gloves, our gloves failed and we got stained. When I carried on dyeing later that evening after visiting my aunt, I used dishwashing gloves, and not a problem. And because they were my size, they weren't too small, they weren't too big, they were like Goldilocks' porridge. They were just right. No holes and no staining, but it was sort of like too late. Oh, and I have to say that one of these, well, everything is all mixed up now. So, okay, some of these things are from a traditional thrift store, like, just a thrift store. And some are from, the Goodwill Impact Center. And it's ironic that I thought that I was missing something. And it turned out that I had a bag filled with purchases that sat in the car for about 2 weeks. So I must have really needed the stuff. Really needed the stuff. Anyway, I picked up these little booties and this little tiny toque just because, I do collect baby stuff, and I think that, these things could have a possible use. So this will just go with the baby stuff. I buy yarn when I see it, because I will be putting together some bundles for my drop sale. So there's also this. Now it's a bit tangled up. It was ironic. This man sort of was behind me. This is in about 4 balls here. Anyway, they were all tangled up. This man was behind me watching. And, of course, I started feeling bad. And I said, well, why don't I just, tear it? So I used all my brute strength to tear it. He said, don't worry, I'm not in a hurry, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of nice that there are still some people that are willing to talk to strangers, be patient with strangers. And when I get to another item, I have even a nicer story of someone that I encountered. Anyway, we'll do this later. Someone that I encountered there as well, another man. Okay, so this is like, I'd say a bright raspberry type color. You can see what that is. Now, when I buy these, and if the balls are kind of empty or close, half used or whatever, I take them off the ball, off the tube, and just put them on flat cards. And that way they take up a heck of a lot less space. So I will be taking this off there. And if there are any, now let's see, if there are any little tags or anything inside, or where is it? This sort of thing, labeling. I, of course, save that because, you never know when it might be needed for decorating something. Now, this particular ball, I didn't even pull this out, but there's clearly, there's a crochet hook, for one thing, but there's also something started. Those are pretty nice colors, I must say. I'm not really a yellow person per se, but there's enough orange in here, enough variety to make it interesting. So, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter if it's finished or not. So I think I would just tie that off and, be prepared to use it. But let's just stuff it back in there for the time being. I've had a busy few days, and I'll tell you a bit about that in a second. I just picked these up. They're nothing great. They're obviously the little plastic, bead strings. But I thought that, they're too thick, I would say, to use inside a journal, but they could be used as a decorative element on a journal topper. Now I'm reaching into a basket beside me that I'll show you in a minute. I don't even know what this is, to be honest, but I thought these guys were pretty cute. Again, they must have been like out of a game or something, to use in a baby book if so desired. So that will go with the baby stuff as well. That I'm not going to worry about hanging on to. Okay, since I've been, so I'm just trying to get organized here. Since I've been taking part with the girls in the girls, Caroline, Crinkled Path, Jonna, the preppy crafter girl, and Angela, the traveling crafter, in the Bible journaling live. We've done 2 now. I think we've nailed down a date for the 3rd and 4th ones, once a month. So it seems like more Christian and religious stuff is coming my way, or maybe I'm just noticing it. So these are postcards. A couple of those, lovely strawberries, florals, a little pumpkin and his dog, and some more. So I'm thinking, these would either somehow get used in the Bible journaling, or just could be included in Happy Mail for those people that have expressed an interest in religion. The last heart to heart I did kind of, there was a fair bit of talk about Christianity and belief systems and so on. And, people commented that they appreciated that discussion. I guess what I need everyone to understand is that some people may be pleased with that development, and others may think, well, this isn't what I came here for. So as long as viewers understand that it is impossible to please everyone, and it is a really hard, fine line that we all walk, trying to be true to ourselves and also be cognizant of what people want and so on. I thought this was kind of cool. Now, if I wanted to, I could take all this off these ribs here, and I would have a piece of, decorated black and navy. Oh my goodness, this computer. Sorry for me reaching across here. Oh, and I'm also trying, sorry, this has never happened before, where I'd be doing multitasking like this. One thing, I refuse to pay the outrageous price for iCloud storage, for additional iCloud storage. So I have been I have been spending a lot of time backing up, deleting stuff on the computer, but also backing things up to an external hard drive. Anyway, here's a pretty flower. This is an old-fashioned, well, for a small phone, a phone case. Look how nicely that's coming up. And I thought, isn't this the cutest little, and a magnetic closure, cutest, it's got, the dream catchers on it. Cute little size, a little hole there if a person wanted it to make it a Midori style. This isn't even sticky. It's a little shiny, but it's not sticky. Some built-in pockets. That's why I picked this up. Oh, and there's going to be a little hole for the camera back here. Okay, let me throw these things to the side. I found this, now it says Stampin' Up. It's an embossing folder. Just a cute little floral. Certainly did not pay $3 for it. This is probably like a garage sale price or something. I found these things that, again, are just part of something, but I thought, aren't they cute? And, quite often when things are donated, I've said this before, if you look hard enough, you can probably find some of the related pieces. So I thought the shopping list was really cool. It's just on chipboard, so a person could obviously take it down a notch. I suspect that these are little gnaw marks from some baby. And here is a little apple juice thing. So I will probably kids journal again. Okay, then there was all this loose 6x6 paper. Now, did I need it? No, I didn't. The pile is quite small at this point, but it was interesting. It had wood grain, dandelions, for heaven's sakes, dragonflies, and so on. Anyway, because there were a lot of small pieces, I thought, okay, I am not going to fool around with, sorting by color and shape and so on. So as I was, what was I doing? Well, I guess I was crafting. I made 3 master boards that you'll see at some point using these papers. And of course, these pieces are largely intact. Then I did not pay $1 for this. I saw this. I thinking, oh, it's just, cardstock or something. Well, when I had a peek in here, a lot of these are coin envelopes that somebody made. There's some Christmas ones by the looks of it. But isn't that kind of a cool thing to come across? I didn't even open this up till now, so I would probably sort these by color. Looks like I've got them backwards. That's probably Christmas. Trick or treat. Anyway, I will, sort these out and figure out what's what. Looks like it's, some occasional ones, special occasion ones, and then others that are just generic. And then these will just go into my little container right here beside me where I have small pieces of cardstock that it's surprising, but making them handy, I have been using them a lot more often. Okay, what else? It was funny, I saw, oh, I know, I watched the replay of Carrie the Paper Monkey, Angela, and then, oh, what is that other woman's name? I think Tracy, maybe? Nana or Banana or something? Doing a thing on using playing cards, and Carrie was using her cinch, and these are kind of gross and dirty though. I guess I have to wash them or wipe them down. Anyway, I'd never seen transparent cards in my life, but now that I see them under this light, yeah, they're kind of gross. But they should wipe up nicely. I don't know, that's probably an orphan card. This is a tiny die for a flower. Here's an ampersand embossing folder. And again, this is one of those places where, you kind of just fill up your bag or bags and end up paying by the pound. Now, I just picked up a few of these. They're mermaid cards. Now, I'll never do anything with mermaids, I'm sure, but I think there are other people who are interested. Mermaids don't lose sleep over the opinions of shrimp. So, these are the sorts of things that a person could certainly share with anyone who might be doing one of those things. Rush hour traffic jam puzzle. Now this is still sealed. Don't know what's going on here, but cute little box, cute little car. So we'll see how far, if I ever get to use that. I don't know that this is the real spirograph or not, but I think I should play with this. I think it was Sandy, Wilhelmina, that mentioned that in some video. Oh, you should do some stuff with a spirograph. So, do I need to be told twice? Oh, yeah, this was one of the things that I picked up and, left in the car for about a week or 10 days. So, it says Puzzle Saver, laminate and preserve with trowel applicator. What I was hoping for, if you may remember, and this is months, maybe it's a year ago now, when I did a journal cover using, what do you call that, diamond art. And somebody, I think it was Veronica, that said, oh, there's a sealant you can use, because I don't want those little things to fall off. So I'm thinking, if this can seal a puzzle, it can, and it's got that kind of an applicator, it could probably seal that as well. So I will experiment. I'll probably do it on maybe, I don't know if I have a scrap piece of, stuff or not, but okay, I buy button cover kits, kits for covering buttons whenever I find them. So I scored those two, and then this. Now, that's not really a brand, I know, and of course those aren't button covers, they're snaps, but the card is in pretty good shape. This is old. Eden's doesn't exist anymore. So I have that. I'm not sure how smart it was to buy this glitter, but I did. Oh, it's got a cute little opening at the top. So we shall see if this ever gets used. But of course, those are colors I like, so I thought that was justification enough. I picked this up not because that's such great stitchery or anything, but because of the little hoop. I can take this off here, I guess. Anyway, obviously this little cactus or succulent or whatever it is could be used on something. But I just thought that having another little embroidery hoop is a good idea. And it's that's probably 4 inches. It's a good size that a person could use even if traveling. Don't ask me how a plumbing piece got into my thing, but I see this is Pfizer. So Pfizer, of course, is a, they make plumbing and kitchen faucets and stuff like that. I don't know if I really needed this, but I did pick it up. It's got those teeny weeny little, oh, are they brittle? Teeny weeny little elastics. Oh, most of them are taped shut. I guess if the elastics are useless, I'll have a little sectional container, if nothing else. Okay, this was another basket that I bought. It's got a metal frame, which means, it's not going to sag if you put a lot of stuff in it. It's a little bit decorative. And it was kind of gross. Oh, I see, I didn't wipe down the metal. But I did wash, because you know how wicker can get. So I just took it to the sink, and using the spray attachment and a brush, really gave it kind of a thorough cleaning. I forgot about this part though. So we'll look after that and get that done as well. I guess I could put stuff back into it, but maybe not. This was a jar of embossing powder. Stampin' Up! Powder Winter White. I do have embossing powder. I hope this stuff never goes bad because mine is probably 25 years old. Now, believe it or not, I found 2 rolls of film. Now, I guess because this little tail is sticking out, this has never been exposed. So I guess I could pull it out and do something with it. So that was different. Like, who's seen this lately? Okay, what else? Some oversized sequins on a string. So I'll put this with my blingy stuff. I picked up these. Oh, these need a wiping too. I found that one year when I went to the retreat in Canmore, to our timeshare, that I use these flat things with the windows to pack some, like fussy cuts or things that I might want to decorate with that wouldn't take up too much space. Now, I just grabbed this without even looking at the contents. Oh, some of these are in rough shape. They're kind of creased and so on. Obviously, they could be, well, the really bad ones will be thrown away. Bent in half. So, obviously I'll go through these, see which are salvageable, which are too far gone. But I was more interested almost in those. And again, it's partly because of, not that this would be considered trinkets, but I'll tell you, I'm giving everything a second look now because of Jonna and her Trinket Tuesday videos. I don't think I have enough trinkets to really, make up a video, but we'll see. I wasn't planning to show you what I got this time. Okay, so what is this? A stand, I guess? I don't know who these people are or creatures are. That one's toast. But again, they're cute and colorful. They're printed on both sides. They could be, I would cut, obviously I'd cut most of that white stuff off. But they could be used as dangles, I would think. I just have to find out who they are. Okay, let's keep going here. I will want to keep an eye on the time because I probably have too much to. Now, I grabbed this because I have one of these from when it came out, like 100 years ago. This is the recipe box I have. It's metal. Now, this one does not, something has got a kilter there. But look, it's got recipes in it. Unlike mine. So wasn't that, pierogies. Or was I seeing things? Maybe I was seeing things. 7-Up pie crust. What the heck? Icelandic pastry. Never fail pie crust. Anyway, so obviously there's lots in there, plus those dividers, or, indexing. something. Ugh. A magnet. A quarter. Woohoo! I'm in the money, baby. Oh, what was that flew onto the floor? I might have to search for this. Whoops. Search for this after the video, but these are gross. The finish is peeling off them. Anyway, I can't see what fell on the floor, so I'll throw those magnets out because they're awful. What the heck? Oh. Prayer cards? Huh. See what I mean about things showing up? Oh, and a lot of blank cards. Okay, I'll have to go through this in more detail. Where did I put those other things? Just put that over there. I'd have to let my husband look at this and see oh. Yeah, something is out of whack there. Okay. Oh. Believe it or not, I went to IKEA the other day. Now, for someone who doesn't like crowds, that's not a comfortable place for me to go. Like, I don't mind people, but I hate, the traffic and the parking and all that. Anyway, this is a pad of paper, so it's A4 size, which is 8 1/4 by 11 3/4. It was in the kids department. And what kind of paper did they say this was? Obviously I don't remember what was on the sign. Do I have to just tear this off? And I don't know if... I also went to an art store because number one, they've moved and I haven't been to the new location. But also, I needed to buy, I usually buy two, well, not cases, but 2 boxes of my Yoo-Hoo 40-gram glue sticks. So I did do that. Oh, I know. This is like, it feels like linen. And it is, I think they called it palette paper. And it wasn't very much money. And how many sheets are there? 16. So, I thought it was worth experimenting with. And I guess when I apply something to it, I'll show you and we'll see how much of that texture shows up. Okay, I think I've done everything here. It was by fluke that I saw this. So these are obviously apples and pears ripped in the corner, but aren't they great? And the next one was a peony. So the paper, I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's kind of textural. It has a nice look to it. And obviously this, needs to be fussy cut. But these things themselves are pretty gigantic. Like that pear is the size of my hand. So I just thought that was kind of cool. Sorry, are there any markings? Because, and I noticed a few things about IKEA. Sorry about the noise. My daughter said, because she knew I was going to be there, so it's like, wanted me to pick up some stemless wine glasses for them. But also, she's got a lot of house plants and said, check out the plants, see if there's anything interesting. Well, there were only 2 sort of, bunks of real plants, and all the rest were silk. So I was thinking, is there a movement back to silk? This is just some tissue paper, which is always great to have on hand. This was something that I thought could also be part of the, what a person keeps on. These would fit me. Okay, I've got a pair of socks and this little soft bear. So this will also go with the baby stuff. I don't know why they're adult size socks here. Anyway, okay, bonus. Yeah, I thought, I don't know, it was kind of different at IKEA. I like obviously going by myself, because then I can take as long as I want. No one is getting impatient, no one is hurrying me along. No one is, I don't get the feeling that, I'm holding someone up, because I like to look at the rooms, look at the, the layouts, see the different products in situ, see how they're using various things. And of course, I wanted to pick something up. I have the little, I think it's called a Helmer. It's the narrow metal on casters, 6-drawer cabinet, storage cabinet, I guess. And I have one of them filled with rubber stamps and cling stamps. And I thought, if I don't put the casters on a second one and stack them, I could probably have just about all my stamps in one location. And wouldn't that be a heck of a lot better? So that's my intention. So far, the box, the stuff I bought has not even gotten into the house because I was busy. The other thing I bought was a wooden chair to have by my sewing machine. I have an IKEA chair, but it's one of those crappier plastic ones I think I got at a thrift store. And it's too low, so I have this, what do you call that stuff? The thing that, buckwheat pillow. But it's too big for the seat, and I'm always adjusting it, and the chair is kind of flimsy, and I thought, you know what? Life's too short for a crappy chair. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, what is this? Oh, I think this is a CD. Hope in All Seasons. The blessings of hope, strength to carry on through difficulty. Jesus gives me strength. Daystar Television Network. Look how cool this is. I guess I'll put this in the car and listen to it. That's the only time I ever listen to anything. Okay, some kind of cute little cards here. Are they all the same? And nice little turquoisey. Herself the Elf. Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing as Herself the Elf. So I was able to pick up a number of cards, and, they had a price posted. And I said, so what are you charging me for the cards? And she said, oh, how about $1 for all of them? She says, we have so many. So I thought, yeah, bonus. This is an old one, still in its packaging, which I thought was kind of cool. I thought these were, well, in here are I don't know if I found enough envelopes, but I'm clearly not using the cards to mail. I just thought these were kind of cute. because they're colorful. They could be a pocket. You know, they're just cute, and I like that they're kind of an oddball size. Oh, I didn't realize that was Holly Hobby. I mean, I think I bought it because of this. I didn't know there was Holly Hobby stuck in the back. You know, Carol, Joanna, and Angela, well, and anyone else who wants to join them, are going to be doing a Prairie Girls collaboration in, look at these kind of Harvest Gold envelopes. We don't know what year this is. Anyway, that's cute. They're going to be doing a journal project in October. And of course, like, I was invited to join them, but I just didn't think I could commit with it being harvest and so on. And I don't think I'm as hepped up about all that stuff. Like, they know about, obviously, Holly Hobby and Little House on the Prairie, and what the heck is the other one? Something I've never even heard of. So I thought, you know what? Nah, I'll just say no. Okay, so this is a mixture of cards that I thought these would lend themselves to fussy cutting. Plus, and I didn't get around to doing it yet because I was busy. If you saw the video I did on those hidden pockets, and if you saw the interview I did with Mama Juju, Crafting on the Back 40, you will know, because I talked about it, that she did another version using greeting cards that was even more lovely. So I had that in mind when I was, you know, looking at the cards. Anyway, I'm going to separate the envelopes because that's what I do. If for girls. Now, remember Rudyard Kipling wrote if? Well, here's another version, I guess, for girls. And because it has a baby bug, I didn't read it. I think, obviously, this will go with the baby stuff. And here's some ABC blocks. So, again, baby. These envelopes are lovely, obviously. And more of those. So, you know, typically, oh, maybe not. I was going to say these are the kinds of cards you get from charities when they want you to send a bunch of money. You know, send a donation and they'll send you some cards like this. I thought this one was cool because it's purple and it's the other way. It's landscape. This one is beautiful, of course. I don't think here's another couple more of those baby blocks. I don't think that I have ever made an entire journal using, I was going to say playing cards, but clearly they're not playing cards. Greeting cards. And then this, postcards. Gibson greeting cards. 12 for $1.50. Don't think there's 12 in there. Oh. Someone was using this for paper toll? Sneaky little things. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tuck that in at the back. Oh. So, I mean, that's quite lovely. Mo wanted me to put together journaling kit for her of roses, so I'll throw some of those in. And then this looks like very beautiful stationery. I don't know if she charged me $1, if this was part of the card thing. You know, it's one of those things that you never really know for sure what anyone is charging you, especially in the really small stores where they don't even give you a till tape. And quite often I can't even be bothered asking for it. That is very nice. And because of the way it's laid out, it could be a signature page. It could be, you know, folded and used vertically. And then, of course, now are these... Oh, and these aren't even sealed shut, so that's a bonus. Okay, we put that aside. Whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to smash down on the button kits. Okay, Grandma, some little memories to share with you to let you know you're loved. So this, she probably charged me $1 for. Oh, I didn't know there were stickers at the back. I just thought this paper was kind of pretty. So 2 pages of stickers and then that other. So as I was watching those women do the using playing cards to make journals, so they were 3 women, 3 different versions. Of course, Carrie, the paper monkey, was using her cinch, because that's her favorite thing, to make teeny weeny little journals the size of a playing card. So imagine how cute that would be if it wasn't dirty. But anyway, you know what I mean. So, yeah, I'm getting so close. I have 2 actual things ready to go, but I just haven't done it because I think I need a little more time to concentrate and until our harvest is done. Okay, this was Regal Stationery. Now this is a box of religious cards. Rejoice in the Lord. So there's a scripture inside and a little, so it looks like 2. 4, 6, 8, 9. So looks like one of these was used. But these are cute because, of course, they're also this style. So there's a lot of writing space to be used there. And again, once I have a chance to read these, they maybe go with the Bible journaling thing, you know, supplies. Now, I probably shouldn't have picked this up, but I do like using these elastics. Everything else will be garbage. I will add these. Oh yeah, these have good life to them. I'll find something to put those in and get rid of all this packaging. You know, these can go around pieces of ephemera or you know, small things that you want to hang together. I don't know what all this is, and I don't care. I do not care. And I won't bother with this either. Okay. Let's see if we can spill this before this is all over. I picked up these. That probably was covering up somebody's name, perhaps. Anyway, there were 4 of these. They obviously were maybe thrifted at some point, but they are, you know, to teach printing because they've got the dotted line, you know, at the halfway mark. So these are cool for using as signature pages, although they're a bit big. 7 by 9. But they're also good, you know, like, I mean, just take out the staple and you've got a signature. Also good for dyeing, you know, coffee dyeing or whatever. If you weren't able to join us live, Caroline and me, for the, oh, I didn't look in this envelope, for the fabric dyeing that we did, I really encourage you to watch the replay and also look at Caroline's playlist. Each of us, oh, that's cute. Each of us will be doing, baby, a follow-up video once our stuff has dried. Like, after our session, which was, you know, just a hair over 2 hours, I quickly, you know, got dressed and went to visit my aunt. I hadn't seen her for a long time. She's 93, you know. Anyway, so then when I came back, which was around 9 p.m., because I still had everything all spread out, I thought, you know what? It's going to take me just as long to clean this up as it would to just get on with it and do something. I picked up one of these placemats, number 1, because I thought it was very pretty. And number 2, because I like to, if I'm eating at my desk, I always put a placemat on my work surface, you know, just to protect it and maybe make me feel like I'm actually sitting at a dining table or something. So that was a nice size and a nice pattern. Okay, I'll show you. I have 2 more things to show you, and I think we'll call it a day. I should probably move this out of the way because I'll need the space. No, I just had a peek inside. I did not take it out of its box and check every window or every door. Nativity calendar. So, oh, I didn't realize there were those little teensy-weensy hooks there. Okay, there's nothing in the box. And of course, you're not going to be able to see everything. It seems to be in great condition. Why is it uneven? Oh, because this part sticks away from the wall. So let's see what happens if we open. The little doors are hinged at the top. Not a very good angle to be trying to show you something. Let me just shake this thing up. Look how cute. So we've got kings, we've got a baby, a lamb, an angel, a manger. Look how cute. But does it seem like there are enough pieces? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That's not enough. Uh-oh. Something's missing. Oh, and this is missing. Oh, no. The little door flipped up from my vigorous shake. Oh, here's somebody else. So maybe there are other things trapped in there. I don't know. Oh, there's something stuck in this one. But just aren't those cute? Like, I don't know if I would use it for the purpose with which it was intended, but no. Oh, and that's real wood. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22. I'm almost thinking that there have to be a couple more wedged in there somewhere that... Anyway, I just thought they were cute, and imagine how cute these could be as a decorative element on a, you know, a journal topper, or if I was able to peel off that top. Well, I shouldn't try remaking everything, I guess. Anyway, I thought that was rather cool. And, okay, this is the final thing I'm going to oh no, I have one other. How long have we been here? 56 minutes. Yikes. Okay. I saw this and I thought, oh, isn't that a lovely piece of, you know, wood? Who doesn't love a well-crafted wood thing? And somehow I thought, oh, that's the size of a phone. Anyway, I got talking. Now, I can't remember if I spoke first or repeated. There was this old man, my age, that, you know, we were kind of admiring this thing and looking at the craftsmanship and that. And he says, you know, this is for a deck of cards. And there would be the finger hole for getting it out of there. And this is for pegs, like for playing crib. And anyway, the more we talked, and he said, and that's tiger maple. And he said that and so this was at the Goodwill, at the Impact Center. And he says that he buys stuff to sell it. I said, so what do you sell? He says, well, he sells stitch, like, you know, needlepoint, that's, you know, finished pictures, not kits. What's hot right now is uranium glass. I says, well, but you're not going to find that here. He says, no. And anyway, so I go on my merry way. Oh, I put this in my cart, and I go on my merry way. Before too long, he comes over to me with this. And he says, look, same design, same wood. He says, you know, unfortunately, it's only a 2-track, a 2-lane. Miss Shaud's Toys, handcrafted in Canada. And you can see that it's just like, it's, you know, it's beautiful. And he says, now what? Because I have this in my cart. He's got this in his hand. He says, do you want to flip for it? I said, sure. So he pulls out a coin and he's showing me that it's got a head and a tail on it. I pick heads, and it's heads. So it became mine. So wasn't that kind of a karmic, K-A-R-M-I-C-K, M-I-C, moment? And wasn't I lucky that I got it? Because it's lovely. It's certainly more beautiful than the 29 or some of the, you know, novelty ones out there. And we do like playing crib. Anyway, I thought that was quite a nice, you know, kind of a happy thrifting story. Now, should I... Yeah, I might as well. I have been on the lookout for containers, and so this is just one. This is plastic. I'm sure it'll be fine once I clean it. These sorts of things are handy for storing buttons if you have an unreal amount like I do. So, you know, I grabbed it. But even better was all of this. And again, it was one of those things where I just kept picking them up. I wasn't reading labels. I didn't know what I had. Now this looks like pearl cotton, but this is some sort of a brand I've never seen in a foreign language. So we'll see. Now, most of these things are in another language. You know, obviously I can figure out that WOLLE is wool and REYON is rayon, and then some sort of whatever synthetics there are. Some of the packaging is a bit Heinz Garn. I don't know if there's anything written underneath there, but obviously these kinds of fibers, and who knows what this might be, are great for slow stitching. And where the little bobbins aren't too battered up, like I would try repairing that, you know, you get a bonus there as well. Again, foreign language. You know, this one is pretty damaged. This, oh, I was going to say somebody made this, but perhaps not. It's printed. This is a cool one. So I don't know if that's German or what, or, you know, the Netherlands or... oh, this made in West Germany, so obviously before the wall fell. Can't tell, but you can see some of the bobbins are in really nice shape. You know, these things kind of get folded because they probably don't store that well. This one, made in Italy, pure wool. That's cool. And, you know, obviously I'm not going to show you every one, but because there are many of the same design. I don't know what that kind of, oh, made in West Germany, what DM would be. Obviously it's not dollars. Some lovely burgundy on a purple card. Can't get a better combination than that. Mending wool. So this has, well, it's 50% wool, 50% synthetic. This is something different. Oh, cotton mending. %100% cotton. So, I mean, the colors are fairly, and look at this. The colors are fairly, you know, subdued or whatever, but they still have their place. And this is quite strange. Anyway, I wanted to show you that. So, thank you so much for being here. There will be another video, or maybe two. The linens I will probably wash before I show them to you. And then I also got some stuff at the Dollar Tree and Dollarama, Michael's, and the arts store. So I'll show you that another day. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing some of these things and perhaps getting some ideas on how you could use similar things in your work. Okay, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.